Edging closer now to the money round. That is, the group stage is over in the Champions League. But before all that, we still got the second qualifying round to get a little bit closer. We've got the first leg picks coming at you, and they are next. A prediction video today. We're taking a look at the Champions League qualifying second round, first legs, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang today. All things Champions League related, blah blah related, World Cup related, boys and girls. We got it all here under one roof. Of course, make sure you smash your subscribe. We're going to get in the deep end here in a second. Of course, big shout out to VIPs as well. They are the patrons. It's not the Europa League. What am I talking about? There we go. That's what we're talking about. Let's get into it. Let's not muck about because we've got a lot to talk about. Starting with the results. And here they come. Kicking all off at the top of the shop there, CFR Cluj up against Pyunik. And there was a 2-2 draw on the night. 3-0 win for me. It went the other way. Meanwhile, kicking off forward, Viktoria Reykjavik. 3-3 draw against Malmö. Of course, the longer they're in it, the slower Rovers transfer business seems to be. 3-3 in the end. So good result for Malmö, who I think stay in the competition. Meanwhile, Ludogorets Razgrad with a 1-0 win over Shkupi. I went with a 2-1 win myself. Meanwhile, Žalgiris with a big 1-0 win over Balkana. They continue their journey, I believe. 2-0 win for me. Linfield, of course, did beat New Saints. 2-0. Got them on bang on point. Qarabağ with a big 5-1 win over Lech Poznan. I went with a 3-2 win myself. Hibernians, 0-0 draw against Shamrock. I went with a 1-1 draw myself. Lincoln Red Imps, 2-0 win over Shkupi. It was a 1-0 pick for me. I'm doing pretty well myself. Ferencvárosi with a big 5-1 win over Tolborol. Plzeň, 2-0 win for me. Rigas, 2-1 win over Helsinki. I went with a draw. KI Klasovic with a big 3-1 win over Bodø Glimt there. Surprise, surprise. 2-1 win for me. I went the other way. KF Dudelange with a big 2-1 loss to Dudelange. I went with a 1-0 win myself. The Sheriff with a big 1-0 win over Mostar. I went with a 2-0 win myself. And Shakhtar Sologorsk did lose to Maribor 2-0. I went with a 2-1 win the other way. And Dinamo Plzeň lost to Bratislava. I went with a 2-2 draw. Who goes through though? Pyunik go through. Cluj go out. Malmö are through there. 6-5 on aggregate. Ludogorets are there. Balkana are out. Žalgiris go through. Linfield are there into the next round. As are Qarabağ 5-2 on the aggregate. Shamrock Rovers make it through. As do Shkupi. Ferencvárosi go through. Tolborol Plzeň are out. Helsinki have gone through. So Bodø Glimt, squeaky bum time then for them. Dudelange squeak through with a 3-1 win for them. The Sheriff continue their impressive run in the end. Maribor also there, as are Slovan Bratislava. Those were the picks for the first round of qualifying. Here come the picks for the second round of qualifying. Make sure you bang your subscribe, bang the thumbs up, and bang the little bell, boys. Now, these are just for fun. When we get to the group stages, it will get a little bit competitive, and we'll have a little prediction league, of course, with the helping hand of Super Brew. Let's get into it. Of course, let's take a look at it then. It is the first legs coming at you on the 19th and the 20th of July. Qarabağ coming out of wherever they're coming out of. Azerbaijan up against FC Zürich out of Switzerland. Of course, play each other never. 75% form for Qarabağ. Just one defeat past 6 for them. Up against the Zürich side, back-to-back defeats for them. Of course, 67% form coming into this match. Of course, Qarabağ picking up a 5-1 over Lech Poznan. Of course, continue their journey. Meanwhile, Zürich opened up with a big 4-0 loss to Young Boys Bern on this one. The odds, I'll give you the odds on this one. Qarabağ 11-10 to win this one at home. 9-4 is your Zürich. 9-4 is also your draw. So it could go either way, couldn't it? But which way are you going to go? I'm going to go with 2-1 for Qarabağ on the opening leg to give themselves a bit of a punt. Meanwhile, Žalgiris up against Malmö coming out of Sweden. That's right. Where are we now? Of course, they played each other a couple of times. We'll talk about that in a minute. Žalgiris coming into this 92% form. Haven't lost in the last 6 games. Up against the Malmö side, just 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them. They have played each other one time. It was a 1-0 win for Žalgiris. That was way back. Actually, they played each other a couple of times. They played each other twice, sorry, since 2015. 1 win for Malmö. It was a 1-0 win for Malmö. And, of course, the other one was a 0-0 draw. So Malmö have played Žalgiris twice, haven't conceded a goal, and those games were back in July 2015. Malmö with a big 2-0 win over Nordkopping, of course, to continue their journey in the top flight in Sweden. Meanwhile, Balkana did lose to Žalgiris to come to the stage. What about the odds? The odds on this one, we have 3-1 for the hosts, 5-4 on is your Malmö, 12-5 is your draw. So it looks like Malmö will continue their journey in the Champions League. I've gone with a 1-1 draw myself, though, on this one, with a little hope that they get knocked out. Meanwhile, Pyunik up against F91 Dudelange, that's right, come on, you're coming at you. Pyunik unbeaten in the last 20 games, it looks like, 75% form up against the Dudelange side, just 1 defeat past 6, 83% form for the Luxembourgians. Of course, Dudelange with a big 2-1 win over Tirana to continue their journey in the Champions League. Meanwhile, Pyunik Yerevan, that's these bad boys, big 4-3 win over Cluj to continue their journey, knocking out probably one of the bigger boys of the last round. What about the odds for this one then? We have Pyunik Yara 11-10 for the victory at home, 9-4 is your way for Dudelange, 9-4 is also the bloody draw. We're going to go on this one, I'm going to go with the host. I'm 2-1 win for them to continue their journey, at least at home, to make it a little bit spicy in the end. Next up we have a Shamrock Rovers. They go to Ludogorets Razgrad. Let's get into the deep end on this one then, shall we? Taking place at the Hoover Arena on the 19th of July. Ludogorets unbeaten in the last 5, of course, actually 5 wins of the Mouse, 83% form up against the Shamrock Rovers side, who haven't lost in the last 6 games. Stephen Bradley's boys doing very, very well for themselves heading into this. They did draw with Hibernians, back-to-back clean sheets now for them. In fact, 3 clean sheets on the bounce, including some games over in Republic of Ireland. Meanwhile, Ludogorets Razgrad with a big 2-0 win over Lokomotiv Plovdiv, and it's actually been shitload. 5 clean sheets on the bounce for them. They look very, very airtight at the back. Of course, we have odds for this one as well. Ludogorets Razgrad 2-1 on for the Ricky. 5-1 is your long shots. That's Shamrock. 3-1 is your draw here. I'm backing, of course, a cheeky 2-1 win for Ludogorets Razgrad to take it to the house on the first legs. Anyway, meanwhile, Midtjylland coming out of Denmark up against AEK Larnaca coming out of Sweden. Where are they? Cyprus? That's right. Where are you? Where are you? Where's this game taking place? I'm blind as a bloody bat. There you are, of course, taking place as well on the 19th of July. Of course, coming out to Denmark. Never played each other, though. Midtjylland just won defeat past 75% form for them. Up against the Larnaca side, actually a couple of wins at the last 6, 58% form for them. Up against the Midtjylland at 75. Midtjylland with the big 1-1 draw against Randers to kick off the Danish Superliga there. That was back on the 15th of July. Meanwhile, Larnaca with a big 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw against Apple. It was a friendly, of course. Nothing going to happen before or after or before this game between these two sides. So, of course, all focus is on this. 2-1 on is your Midtjylland on this one. 3-1 is your draw. And 5-1 is your long shots. That's AEK Larnaca. Going to go with a cheeky win for the host here. 3-1 win for them to give themselves a big level boost into the second leg. Linfield up against Bodø Glimt. Coming at you out of Northern Ireland, I believe. That's right. David Healy's boys up against Joe Knutson, of course, and Bodø Glimt at Windsor Park. Linfield, though, 1-2 lost to it and drawn 2 over the last 6. 50% form for them. Up against the Bodø Glimt side, of course, 1-4 the last 6. 67% form for them. Bodø Glimt, though, picking up a 2-0 win over HamKam in the top flight there. Of course, meanwhile, Linfield also with a 2-0 win over New Saints, of course, to get to the stage as well. What about the odds? The odds on this one, we have 9-2 for Linfield, 13-8 on is your Bodø Glimt, and 5-2 is your draw. Will Bodø Glimt do the repeat here? I've gone with a 1-1 draw for the first leg, and we'll see how they go in the second leg. Of course, into Wednesday's games now is Dinamo Kiev up against Fenerbahçe. No, Dinamo Zagreb. Scrap that. So Dinamo Zagreb. That's actually on Tuesday the 19th of July up against KF Shkupi. Of course, never played each other though. Over in Maccabi. Zagreb, though, unbeaten in the last 10 games, of course, 90% form for them, winning 5 of the last 6. Up against a, of course, Shkupi side, who've 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. Shkupi, their big 2-0 loss to Lincoln Red Imps. However, they remained here, of course, on aggregate 3-2 win for them. Meanwhile, Dinamo Zagreb with a big 3-2 win over Lokomotiva to kick off the Croatian top flight with a bang. The 11-1 on for Zagreb, 7-1 is your draw, 12-1 is your long shot. That's Shkupi. You're going to go with the home side here, surely 2-0 win for them to keep it going in the right direction. HJK Helsinki up against Viktoria Plzeň. That's on Wednesday, the 20th of July at the Helsinki Football Stadium. Never played each other though. HJK Helsinki unbeaten in the last 4. However, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. Meanwhile, Plzeň coming to this, who haven't lost any of the last 11 away games, but haven't won in the last 3. Of course, Plzeň with the big 0-0 draw against Besiktas. It was a friendly. HJK Helsinki with the big 3-1 win over Vasa. It was a game in the Finnish top flight there. We got odds on this one. The odds go in favour. 13-5 for your HJK Helsinki. 25 short. 11-10 on is your Viktoria Plzeň on this one. Going to go with a draw here. Very, very tight on this one to keep it in the mixer. Maccabi Haifa coming out of Israel. I guess Olympiakos, of course, one of the juggernauts at this stage from Greece. Of course, Maccabi Haifa haven't won the last 4. 33% form for them. Looks shady right now. Olympiakos, they're also just 1 win in 6 of them. 33% form for them. They are actually played each other one time before. It was a friendly. It was a 3-3 draw. It wasn't friendly, actually. It was way back in November 2002. That's where the records go back to. 20 years. 3-3 draw. It was in the group stages, it looks like, in November 2002. Meanwhile, we're looking at Maccabi Haifa with a big 4-3 loss to Beersheva in the Israeli Cup a couple of days ago. Meanwhile, of course, Olympiakos with a big 2-1 loss to Adias Loki. It was a friendly though, so don't really look too much into it. The odds here, 90-10 for the host here, 7-5 is your away win, 2-1 is your draw. You're going to back Olympiakos here, surely. 2-0 win for them on the road, but hey, makes a spicy second leg indeed. Fenerbahçe coming out of Slovan Bratislava. The Grupanas Arena, of course, Fenerbahçe just 1-2 past 6, 75% form for them up against Slovan Bratislava, managed by Vladimir Weiss, of course, formerly of Manchester City. Just 1 win in the last 6 though for them, 42% form for them. Of course, they started with a defeat in the top flight for them, 2-1 loss to Prodebza. Meanwhile, Fenerbahçe with a big 5-1 win over Tobo to continue their journey right here in this Champions League qualifying. Meanwhile, the odds on this one, 6-4 on is your host, 13-5 is your, 50-4 is your away win. That's Slovan Bratislava. I'm going to go with a win for the host here, 2-1 for them. Not big, not impressive, but just enough to give themselves the lead into the second leg. Dinamo Kiev coming out of Ukraine up against Fenerbahçe out of Turkey. What a game we have on our hands here. 5 times they played, has done 6. Of course, 2 was for Kiev, nothing for Fenerbahçe, and 3 draws, of course. Kiev, though, with back-to-back defeats for them, 58% form. Fenerbahçe, they're unbeaten in the last 17 games and haven't lost any of the last 6 away games as well. 83% form for them. Of course, of those 5 games they played each other, the biggest win for Dinamo Kiev was a 3-1 win. They've scored 7 goals compared to Fenerbahçe's 4. Works out about 1.4 goals a game ratio compared to Fenerbahçe's 0.8. The last time I played in competitive action in Kiev was a 1-win win for Kiev back in December 2008. Meanwhile, of course, Kiev with a big 2-1 loss to Antwerp. It was a friendly. Fenerbahçe with a big 2-1 win for Hull. It was a friendly as well. Again, we got odds on this one. What do we have on this? Dynamo Kiev coming at you at 90-10 for the victory, 2-1 draw, 7-5 is your away win. That is Fenerbahçe. You're going to go with Kiev here, surely. 2-1 win for them on the road to give themselves the upper hand into the second leg. Meanwhile, Maribor up against FC Zürich. That's right, Tiraspol, who were the surprise package of last season's Champions League. Never played each other, though. Maribor coming to this just one win last 6 for them, 50% form. They've drawn a lot of games. Meanwhile, Tiraspol coming to this unbeaten in the last 13 games. Of course, 83% form for them. Of course, Tiraspol picking up a 1-win over Žalgiris. All start to come to the stage. 1, 2, 3, 4 clean sheets on the bounce up against the Maribor side, who did lose on an opening day in the top flight for them. Meanwhile, look at the odds on this one then. We have 90-10 for the host, 2-1 as draw, 7-5 is your away win. That is, of course, Sheriff Tiraspol. Going to go with the away side here to get a point, 0-0, or at least a draw anyway. Moving on to the second stage. That is it. Second legs of this one coming at you right here on the channel. Make sure you bang the old subscribe, bang the thumbs up, and bang the little bell. That is it, my boys and girls. That is it. Make sure, of course, you join me journey. We've got World Cup coverage. We've got other stuff on the channel. Make sure you hang around for the long haul. But until then, boys and girls, we're done right now.